Perfect. I'll just give you that to your Thank you. Thanks very
To do and to invest in the business going forward. And we're kind of encouraged by the fact that there's been good results over the last 12 months. In summary, at the year end 2012, I&M had net debt of approximately 422 million, with a 2014 maturity date. Today, we are well positioned to reduce the core debt to approximately 118 million by the end of the year, with the maturity profile of our debt extending to 5 years, more attractive terms, a much more sustainable net debt to EBITDA ratio, 3 times versus over 6 times, and sufficient headroom in our banking covenants to see through the repositioning of our business across multiple platforms. It is clear that very substantial progress has been achieved. I appreciate this has been a painful transition for all stakeholders, but it has been a necessary one that transforms your company, prospects, and our capacity as a board to begin this process of rebuilding shareholder value. Not surprisingly, much of our focus as a board and, of course, as a management team is now concentrated on the island of Ireland and to the challenges and opportunities of transitioning to a digital environment. That transition is now well advanced, supported by a range of senior appointments made by Vincent Crowley and his team, and we have a clear vision of our future direction. We are, of course, particularly excited about the appointments of Stephen Ray as Group Chief Editor and Fiona O'Carroll as Managing Director Digital. And we want to bring digital technology to the centre of everything we do. Similarly, at APN, where we hold a 29% stake, a number of initiatives are in train to reposition that business for the more challenged media landscape that has arisen in Australasia. APN has had good exposure to Southeast Asia, as well as some very attractive media assets, and we remain a very supportive and committed shareholder. I believe your company's main interests are now well positioned for an island of Ireland recovery and to benefit from any uplift arising from the ongoing repositioning at APN, which has an attractive portfolio of publishing, radio, outdoor and digital assets. Our journey, though not yet complete, is progressing apace. Subject to the approval of the pension proposals, and we're fairly optimistic on that note, the next key juncture will be a 40 million capital raise. This is a necessary step in our 350 million debt reduction programme, and one that minimises the dilutive impact for shareholders. Vincent Crowley, as Group CEO with his management team, will navigate the remaining elements of our restructuring, including the capital raise. In particular, I would like to thank Vincent and Eamon O'Kennedy for their huge effort in getting the whole restructuring process to where it is today. Vincent and indeed Eamon O'Kennedy, as CFO, have the benefit of a united and supportive board with the right mix of skills, expertise and experience to provide valuable insight and support to the management team. On behalf of my fellow board members, I wish to acknowledge the continuing exceptional contribution of our talented and hard-working management and staff across the entire group. I also wish to acknowledge the loyalty of you, our shareholders, our advertisers, and most especially our readers, as we move forward to embrace the challenges that lie ahead.
In summary, our objective was and is to bring about a sustainable business and to begin the process of rebuilding shareholder value. And this has been facilitated, as Leslie has alluded to, by a board and an executive team that are fully aligned in terms of what we need to do. Just looking at the restructuring and the agenda in just a little bit more detail in the last year. And these are the key areas of focus for the board and the management team. And the first one was to agree restructuring of our bank facilities, which was the overall agreement that sets the agenda for the subsequent items that we've had to deal with. And that was agreed in April with our 8 bankers. The maturity was extended to April 2018, so a 5-year term, and was predicated on certain other actions being taken. The first one of those was to sell our South African business for 2 billion rand. That was a complex transaction, a lot of moving parts in a country that has challenges in terms of doing these type of transactions. Anyway, that was successfully completed. The deal was done and the money was received. The 2 billion rand was received a couple of weeks ago, and that money now is in our banks. So that's done. That step is now completed.
Thank you again to all our shareholders. We very much appreciate your support. Thank you.